one of the things that becomes really, really clear in the choices activity is how critical and important symbols can be for people. So making those choices without having the flag as a symbol is impossible. The context is impossible. And I wanted to show you our symbol. And we actually, this of course is our snail leaving its shell. And this goes back 10 or 11 years ago. And the only thing we knew at the time was that courage was necessary to be legendary. There were other things too that we knew. We just didn't know all of the pieces yet. And so what we did is we held a contest online, and the award was substantial. And we wanted to have all of the different designs. What is the icon? What's the symbol of Be Legendary? What does it look like? And what I decided to do was gather in all of these design ideas and then turn it out to the public for everyone to decide exactly what does courage look like. What is the symbol of Be Legendary? And so we put in some information about it. Here's Be Legendary. This is what we're doing, trying to create an impact in the world. And all we know is it takes courage to be legendary. And we got about 110 designs, I believe, and of all kinds of things. And I was being very magnanimous, thinking, okay, yeah, whatever's most popular, that's what it's going to be, because it doesn't belong to me. This belongs to us. It belongs to everyone. And and I didn't think I had any preconceived notions, but I did. Clearly I did, because I was expecting something very masculine, something very manly, like a man holding up the world, or something really awesome. And this snail got something like 82 or 83% of the votes, of saying this is the epitome, this is the symbol of Be Legendary. This is the symbol of courage. And I just wanted to choke. Like, the thing is, no, not a snail, not a snail. Oh God, no. But of course, I had to live up to my word. And so, this became our symbol. This became our icon. And as we continued in our research into legendary people and all of the hundreds of interviews and the famous legendary people that we looked at, this symbol has become legendary. It has become the symbol of Be Legendary. And the mindset behind Be Legendary is the mindset of a legend, is awareness, beliefs, and courage. So the question here, of course, is, do you see awareness or greater self-awareness? And of course you do, because the snail has left its shell. I mean, you can't see much when you're encased in a shell. What about a powerful belief structure? And of course, the snail has to have a belief structure because it's leaving its snail. It believes it can leave its snail or leave its shell. It believes that there is a greater future out there, and it must leave the shell behind. And of course, is their courage. And yes, absolutely, because it's left its thick protective shell that has kept it safe its whole life. And walking out into the world the way that it is could easily get squished, right? Because snails are squishy and soft, and at least that's what we believe about them. That's our perception of them. So this symbol has become this outward symbol of an internal goal that we all share. So anyone that you see with wearing this symbol in some way, that it is their outward symbol of, here I am trying to become more than myself. I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to leave behind that thick protective shell and help me out. And so I wanted to show you a couple of other things. We do a bike build, and you've of course probably seen this, but we had this actually animated. So we have this amazing guy who can animate all kinds of things, and he turned our snail into animation. And here you can see it's just leaving his shell and turns into our logo. But the key here is that now he's riding a bike. We have a Building a Dream program where we put children who would never own a bicycle onto a bicycle. We get to assemble it and meet them and give them their very first bicycle. It's sick. It's totally sick. And so we did another one because we also have one surrounding skateboards, where the kids get to pick a skateboard, and it's all surrounding change and how easily we can change when we're motivated. And so we had our animator put together a skateboard one too here, which is it's so cool. Anyway, we have started putting our snail, you can see here, on a whole bunch of swag type stuff, because we want people to see the symbol. It's important that the symbol becomes part of who we are. And so this is one of the designs that we had done, which is really killer and is on a lot of t-shirts. I'll show you here in just a second. Also on our journals. So this is one of our journals that this is the journal that we sell. It's totally awesome. It's kind of handheld. It actually fits in the back pocket of my jeans. You can throw it. You can get it wet. It's all handmade from saw paper, which is what Buddhist monks use for going back 700 years for all of their writings and everything else. It's amazing. But the key here is that we put this everywhere that reminds us who it is that we're supposed to be, right? It reminds us to increase our awareness, to continually challenge our beliefs, and to harness the courage that we have to truly take action when we know we should. So here's a few just shirt examples. This is one of our staff t-shirts here. It takes courage to be legendary. Nicole is one of our staff members, and you know, some of these sweatshirts and things that we created. So here's a great hat. This is my oldest hat that I have from Be Legendary. I still have it. I've gone through many other hats, and it didn't used to be this green color. It was a prettier green color, but I actually, the reason I'm even showing this is because, I guess it's been a few months now. Gosh, maybe a year. But I was wearing this particular hat in this guy, and really the very first time that this really happened out loud, as I've been encouraging people to support one another. I was in the airport and I was going down the conveyor belt in the Denver airport, and the guy was coming the other way. I'm wearing this hat. He goes, "Hey, Be Legendary, dude!" And it was really a cool, funny moment. And we high-fived as we went by on the conveyor belt. The key here is that anyone who has the symbol, or when you see the symbol, you now know the meaning behind it. And there are a lot of nuances and things, but as you interact with our workouts and as you interact with us, this symbol will come to have a great deal more meaning than even it does right now. But the key to all of these is creating a symbol for yourself that has meaning, right? So the symbols, they can be graphic like this, they can be iconic like this, or they could be a mantra as well. Mantras work very well. But I wanted to introduce you to our symbol and the meaning behind our symbol, and everything that is conveyed surrounding it. And as you see more and more of this, I think you'll find deeper meaning in this for yourself too. By the way, if you do see someone wearing this symbol, make sure that you give them a high five or cheer them on, because they really are trying to do something special. That may be you.